and he has seen coming to his house milking. Let's milk the man. He said, Henry, can you get like that? You run my dependable nephew. Do you think you can get Alex to donate $300,000 to the GMB Foundation? It's money for the foundation. Do you think you can get $300,000 to the GMB Foundation? If he wishes to run for president, it is his right to run for president. But to hide behind you, he and his warlord, his murdering, lunatical, deranged, unstable warlord godfather. We're not going to give the country to a warlord. Everybody used Prince Johnson in this country. Ellen used him to come to power. George Weah used him too. But neither Ellen nor Weah brought Prince Johnson this close as you, Joe Boakai, have brought him. You know what Joe Boakai did? Subsequently, Joseph Boakai reached out to me about a week or so later. I have that proof here too. I will show you as well. He said, Henry, now he has seen coming to be his cow now to be milking. Let milk the man. He said, Henry, can you get like that? You Remy, my dependable nephew. Do you think you can get Alex to donate $300,000 to the JMB Foundation? He tried to make it look like it's money for the foundation because he doesn't want to say for Cummins to give me money. Do you think you can get Cummins to donate $300,000 to the JMB Foundation for some initiatives, making it sound all decent and professional? I said, well, Uncle, let me think about it and I'll refer to you. To be honest with you folks, I never asked Mr. Cummins. You had just eaten the man's 45,000 US for a trip you had no interest in. Now you're asking me to go back to Alex Cummins through his people and make a request for $300,000. Then he said, you know, he might be inclined to give us the money because he wants something from me. So this is the honest man. This is the honest Joe Boakai. The Joseph Boakai that is supposed to be a decent, honorable man is asking me to go to Alex Cummins under the pretext of being inclined to grant Cummins' request for him, Joe Boakai, to recuse himself from political race and raise Cummins' hand. So he wanted me to go and get another $300,000. I never delivered that message to Alex Cummins because I knew Joe Boakai was this. $300,000 to give to Joe Boakai when Boakai had just made a fun of Cummins in Ghana.
Oh, yes, indeed. What an interesting and good republic.
When they welcome me, they say,
what a great country we are. The flips and flops,
what kind of people they so?
the inconsistencies.
What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighter.
But sadly, these are our leaders.
They are freedom fighter.
These are the opinion leaders, the voices.
Freedom fighter, you destroy our country. They are freedom fighter.
Just imagine. But of course, what can the layman do? It feels very great to be back here this Thursday morning to engage and talk to you all on the most critical issues making news in Liberia. And of course, a pleasant good morning. Good morning. Good morning, just wherever you are this morning across the country. Oh yes, the debate is heating up. The realities are setting in. The things we talked about.
They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you killing our.
The realities are coming home now. Or the real. You know, we told you that look, we are going to do all we can to save and protect this country. So when all of everything was happening, we were here reporting about them. Oh, the guys say, oh, yeah, lead them. They ain't know what they're talking. Do you know what we are depending on when we sit here every day and tell you that, look, this, and you idiots in power believe you can't do anything about it, and you burn them as opposition views at the concerns of the Liberian people, at the heightened mysterious death, secret killing, mass murder that's happening under your watch. Most instances perpetuated by agents of the government. Oh yeah, we were reporting about all of this. Human trafficking in person. We warn you that you're on a rare alert. We told you that, look, government, you gotta do something, because we knew exactly who we were talking to, and you ignore. You say, oh, that Abu them man, coming home to roast. You're passing around trying to divert. Oh, you may succeed in diverting few gullible people, but it does not change the fact. It does not change the image. It does not change the reality. The entire world has access to the U.S. State Department report and the views about Liberia today, the killings that the regime is involved in, the suppression, torture, and oppression that the regime is involved with. The whole world knows it. They have the most credible, reliable site to go to and see what is happening. Where is investor going to come? Last year, investment climate report was damaging. Then when you add the human rights report to it, then with 2025 part of human rights report that's coming up, you will learn the hard way. And you're foolish, you're stupid in your head. You came here to lead, and you're misinterpreting leadership with fanaticism, partisanship, corruption, BM level, 419, scheming. Y'all will learn the hard way, and the world is watching. But look, good morning, folks. Good morning to all of you, our friends, our followers, and those of you in the diaspora. This is the big station, the people station, Freedom 87.9, the heartbeat of the Liberian consciousness, I like to put it. This is the heartbeat of the Liberian consciousness. This is where we indeed open the minds of Liberians to see the facts and think critically about issues in the country. And the world is listening. Oh yes, we feel achieved. We will not sit here and allow our country to be governed just anyhow. Oh yes. You think we load a bag, we're going to go begging, oh, you know, oh yeah, your contract, you tell your contract, and we'll stay dealing with you, and we'll get our result. We'll deal with you. But yes, folks, there are too many things to talk about as always. New fast. So we setting the whole, you know, that next year we'll be preparing for now 2025. We told you we're here. We're telling you, so we're sending our report. So we finish achieving 2024. Yeah, 2025 we're preparing dossier. You know the government part. You don't even need to get yourself hot and say. Right? The thing ain't plenty. Oh, the thing ain't plenty. The government is a disaster. This thing will fail. And it has failing already. They are presiding over. They're only trying to see patterns, save. You know why they met yesterday at that meeting? They're stealing the bank money. They can't pay the bank money back. The private banks, the commercial banks are crying. The commercial banks are complaining. No money. The businesses are tough. So even the business people that go there to take loans, they don't get money to repay the loans. to the bank. So people take money from the bank. No money in the commercial bank.
They say they were laborators. When they were coming, they say they were.
A D-hole, cover hole, government running. D-hole, cover hole. And the idiots said they were so sophisticated and educated, all connected. Look at them.
What kind of people they so?
At one point, Baka sat in a meeting with the people telling them, so we have all of the advisors. We brought people to help, but you all are not helping. And all of that, no contact, no investment coming. So guess what? And so when they were leaving, my source told me that one other official there, you gotta be careful before they fire people. I say, but what kind of paper is this? You the president, you get one contact. Then all you are really one independent. And like you will be followed. Waka has appointed the highest advisors on everything in the country. But yesterday, all those advisors and the advices they're providing, it has brought not even $5 company to Liberia. All they do there, they sit at the executive mansion, wait for salaries. And salaries come, they send the money to America to pay their bills. Liberia is in trouble. The country is destroyed. Everything has broken down. No hope. Nothing to hang on. Everything. Look, somebody was just telling me somewhere in Pinsville also, 4 Liberians died from drugs. People dying in the streets. Cocaine. That goes so, the party goes so woman or arrested. You read template on the DEA receipt. Then say bring the template also only 3 they show. To record our 18, then you recorded 10. Then okay, bring the 10 also you show 3. So where the balance 7? This is a big drug government, a drug cartel you're running here. So we will talk about the UN. Did I say UN? But the U.S. government Human Rights Report 2024 on Liberia. We will simplify and give you references, and give you instances, give you additional instances, validating the report. There is no way you can debate or argue the report, but it's important for you to know how the government has described Liberia. And then we'll run over the latest about the CDC party headquarters. The Secretary General spoke very well on yesterday evening on our sister platform, the Freedom Hub. And like I said yesterday morning, the CDC is a whole big thing in Liberia. These things should just be about a CDC thing. Imagine the CDC trends more than government. Matters about the CDC becomes a national public issue. And everybody's talking about it everywhere. Every media network is talking about it. And this is why we are convinced that the CDC campaign is happening. Because even the kids that were below the voting age, that did not really know about everything, will come up hearing one party named CDC, one people named Seditians, and all of that. And then they will gravitate and start to love, the resilience of the party. So you're recruiting more people for the CDC, and you think you're... look, folks, I don't know where the United Party people coming from that you can obliterate CDC. Can you obliterate an ideology? The masses, the grassroots. And the CDC philosophy is entrenched in the grassroots of the republic. How are you going to do that? See what the Israelis are doing in Palestine, for example. They say they want to obliterate Hamas. And where is Hamas? You don't know. Hamas is an idea. So they've been killing, but yesterday Hamas is still there. So Sim is going to be with Baka. By the time, they reach, they look, it will be 4 years now. He's still trying to erase CDC, but CDC still standing strong. Good morning. And of course, Hagar, welcome.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning to you and good morning to Liberians following us this morning. It's good. We are here to climax our collaboration for this week. So we are here to put you up until 10 o'clock this morning. It is quite a sad day for me as a young person who look forward to the progress of our country and consider we, the younger ones, as the future generation of our country. When I came across a video yesterday displaying at least eight young persons who lost their lives as a result of the intake of a new substance, a new arrival of new drug in our country.
New drugs, so they go
Yes,
understand.
the
Every day they
arrival,
bring in
the
new
arrival
drugs.
of new drugs in our country. What I was told is the guys who died yesterday. They actually came across these new drugs and then they thought to give it a try.
So they were actually trying the
so
drug.
they were giving it a try, and sadly for them, I'm told at least 8 persons. It could increase, we don't know. But at least 8 persons were reported dead on yesterday from the soul clinic community end. So it's quite terrible for us. It's quite terrible for the people in District 4. This is what we always speaking against. And did we hear this any part of the WIA's administration where at least 8 persons or even 2-3 persons? Yes, but to die in that kind of form and manner.
So that killing drugs they're bringing.
So it's terrible for our country. And this is it. This is the time that we all have to come together as Liberians, putting aside whatever differences we will have, and then let the government ensure that they help to fight the issue of drug. Yesterday, we witnessed Liberians also deciding to take community citizens action, but as to whether those who were arrested and turned over to the police will not be released back to the community, because mind you, now when these people are released back to the community, what it is going to do is going to put the lives of those who fought against them, is going to put their lives in danger, because these are people who could use any weapon to get at anybody at any time without conscience. So it is just important for the police to at least try to take the necessary action, especially when these people are caught right-handed, so they don't get back into the community and start to increase on what they were doing. But it's terrible. It's sad for us. The U.S. Human Rights Report, I came across that yesterday morning, going through it. Again, I felt sorry for my country. This is it. All of these things we said them before. There were people captured and there were people left out. We are going to identify some of these people out here today so that the world can know them. Maybe they will be a part of the 2025 report. But this is where we are. It's good we are back together. 2 minutes up to 8 o'clock. The Freedom Cash giveaway is here this morning. Wings Liberia is in partnership with Freedom FM, and since today is Thursday, we're giving out between 10,000, between 5,000 to 15,000 this morning for just $100 Liberian dollars. So all that you have to do, you dial star 255 star 1 hash, star 255 star 1 hash. For those of you using the button phone, and then star 255 star 1 hash for those of you using the smartphone. So once you do it, they will ask you the currency you want to play from, either 50 cents USD or 100 LD, and then by doing that, you stand a chance to receive anything between 5,000 to 15,000 here this morning. So at 8:15, we want to do our first draw to give you money, where it's up to you how you play. Then we do the draw at 8:15 to give you money.
Okay, so enough information for you right there. So let's listen to this right here.
In power for 12 years. How did the leadership, what benefit they brought to you, my fellow Liberians? United Party was in power for 12 years. How did the leadership, what benefit they brought to you, my fellow Liberians? United Party got kicked out. Thank God. They generated some money. They found a party headquarters. They are in power today. What is happening today? Look at the American report. Nothing changed. On the Human Rights Report, look at the inflation in the country. Look at how things are so hard in Liberia. What changed? The party headquarters working for today? United Party was in power for 12 years. How did the leadership, what benefit it brought to you?
Okay, so let's hold it right there. I just thought to use that as our startup point in this whole debate about the CDC headquarters that the UP folks try to use as distraction for all of you. And I thought it was not interestingly relevant in the face of all of the difficulties, but for news purposes, it's out there. It's important that we provide some clarity because we've managed to speak to insiders and try to understand what is actually going on and all of that. But just before, there is something I want you to know. Remember when Bouakai became president newly of Liberia, he decided in 2024 to visit with the president of Cote d'Ivoire, right? In an effort to probably have some conversations about the electricity situation and all of that. So when Boka went there, for some reason he did not get to see or meet with the president of of Ivory Coast, Monsieur le Président Alassane Ouattara. Simply because Ouattara was too busy to meet a less busy, good-for-nothing old man, right? Who got nothing under his sleeves to contribute meaningfully. So Ouattara was certainly very busy, so he could not. So the only thing the Ivorian could have done for Bouakai to seem as a successful meeting was to arrange for him to sit down with the Cote d'Ivoire energy committee or commission head, the equivalent of LEC, the LEC boss. And for that to even happen, it had to take the instrumentality of the then CLSG head, who was a Liberian, Mr. Mohammed Sharif, right? And it was at that moment Bouakai and because shame and disgrace was coming to Bouakai, so Mohammed Sharif stepped in and tried to engineer and made it possible so Bouakai was able to meet those people and at least have a conversation for the photos. He came back. They did not get to meet Alassane Ouattara. So there were no concrete agreement. So that's how he went. He made all kind of la promises to the people. When he came back, he could not pay the people money, the agreement, the supply currency more. That's how the 2024 we suffer for currency in this country because your president went and lied. Now, this week, I think yesterday or the day before, it was yesterday. The man that not president anymore, former president. He has been having trips. Came from Marseille in France, stopped in Abidjan to meet some old friends. He just knocked on the door of Alassane Ouattara, and in no minute, the doors were open. Presidential palace was open to Ouya. Go and see the escort, the convoy, the respect that was given to former President Ouya in Abidjan by the Ivorian leadership, and compare it to when Bouakai went there. Right? Bouakai was treated like a flow sweeper, flow web man. They're passing around in the town. They carry him at Bobo, staying there small. They carry him to Ajame, carrying there. But Ouya was treated with dignity, honor, and of course, respectability. You see, leadership is divine, it's earned, and blessing. When you see blessed child, you see cursed child, you can know from different treatment and things. When a human being is cursed, when they go somewhere, they think other people can get it, they can't get it. So that's how Bouakai looking. Me, I know what else somebody cursing. Besides that, mommy we hearing the video cursing. So, but the way things can be happening, Bouakai can go and say he went China for billions. He ain't bring nothing. We are one UAE he brought in. So you see, there's a slight difference. So this man, your brought a disaster. They may not get blessing behind. So for those of you that are under the illusion that Bouakai is any kind of a dignified diplomat and respected character. No, that's not who he is. They made that presidential miscarriage. That's who he is. So, and these are the facts. And he's blundering everywhere. But look, ALC, they report a damaging, but there are more damaging things happening. The government and your madam, I know, foreign minister thinks they're smart. So all your secret of that backdoor dealing with Russia is already with the Community Integration Association agents. They have it. And if you know who those people are, you know, right? They get all your secret. You see Ibrahima Traore to be doing backdoor relationship with the Russians, right? You are being observed. All of you that are involved with that thing, when they ready to come for your power, that your children, maybe your grandchildren, all live inside. They say, probably will say everybody associated to your bloodline. Secondary sanctions. Or so everybody connected to your bloodline will pull it on it. That means you are clearly an anti-American person. Your bro Raptor Pelly was cursing the American people. The feeling Dillon and all opium more and started cursing the American people. You went to the UN General Assembly, assuming what happened or not happened, you won a bid, right? The country, because everything already said you won a bid. Then Dillon went and started throwing parties, sharing money in the face of America, trying to prove what? That you can make it without America. We came to Liberia, your ERBC man took to the social media, anti-America things, started insulting America, accusing America of sponsoring war, stealing Liberian minerals and all of those things. It's going international. The people have all these things on their dockets. We're telling you, you're saying we're giving you a small update. Like, see, we were telling you about the human trafficking thing, you're not listening. Yeah, you're embarrassed the country. Liberia now, Hagar is used. Mm-hmm. So the Lebanese people that want to do trafficking with the people in Lebanon, they will pass and they'll bring in the island, they come into Liberia, then they send in Europe, they're treating the people as slaves. Right? Treating the people in all kinds of manner. Europeans, and people from different countries. So they use them and say, oh, you come into Liberia for tourism, you come, they bundle you up, they take your passport for you. The government knows about it because they take kickbacks. Oh yeah, the facts, the people evaluating all of these things. Go and check the report. Go read with understanding. You will know the danger that Baka is causing to this country. The image, how they are depleting Liberia's reputation. How they have destroyed every gains that we are recorded. You know what I mean? Right? We're at tier 2 in the fight against trafficking in persons. Remember that time the release scheme was being celebrated. You derail all of that right now. We are blacklisted. So at that point, what it means is that Liberia cannot get any money or any support. Mm-hmm. Go to the Ministry of Labor people. Just the ministry people, you say you put $9 million or $10 million for human trafficking issues and blah blah blah. So all that money, you don't do nothing. Our country now, people just bringing people. I saw you walk the street, you see funny looking human being, funny looking. Plenty. All the people they can bring in, they hold them small, they prepare whatever, something, they put them on plane, they carry them somewhere to go do domestic slavery. When you just walk, you see funny looking faces. Somebody, you even know what country they're from, different countries. So all of them, anybody who won't do human trafficking, but like I say, you pass the people here, you carry them. Drugs, you bring it, you pass it here, you carry it. These are the things happening. Translate for drugs, translate for human trafficking, right? And all that. Y'all can't argue. Sierra Leone, bring it past. Guinea, bring it past. Guinea people who won't do human trafficking, they can't. Everybody can come past with their own way in Liberia. Mm-hmm. This is how dangerous that the government is operating. And then when you see it, the foolish heads in the government thinking they can intimidate anybody with their age and what so-called experience or whatever status they think they have. You all are sycophants, hypocrites, liars. You know, we are the brave young people. You can call any name. We violate no traditional norms or whatever. No, right? You're sitting on there, you're covering up, and the country is being destroyed because you're feeling living your life and Baka paying your paycheck. So when you're down on your goal, we that will be here now, we don't want to suffer. Our training that will be here will be suffering. Then you're breathing, you're feeling dying your goal. And then when you tell, you say, oh, the man, they begin, you understand tradition. You understand tradition. Tradition says you must be stealing from your people, be doing human trafficking, be selling drugs, people, children dying, that tradition there. Then when you talk about it as a young man, then they want to intimidate you with tradition. You know? You're going in. You're not see all talking to traditional people. You respect traditions. You're compromising the tradition. And your tradition, right? Talking about gay business. You're not open your government issue anything about the United Methodist people gay issue. You're the old people in the government. What can be using age and tradition? You're not open your mouth to talk about that. Your government permitting gay thing in the country, using the church. The church is breaking down. Liberians are fighting each other in the church. They're losing their faith in the church. The government saying supposedly. You're talking about that one. Oh, that one not traditional issue. But when Abu and Hagar decide to be critical on the government, oh, you know that old man, what kind of old man? Rusty brain. You better get off on your face. Human right abuse us. We'll go into it bit by bit. But the CDC thing, Hagar, I don't know what you think. What's your thought about it, right? The CDC, like I've always said, is a landlord and tenant, relationship issues. And beyond that, the CDC is embroiled in the mix of family rivalry. So the property owners, the family are at loggerheads. So you, the third party, right, renting the place, then you're in the middle. You've paid money on this side, but the fighting, then it went to court, the court say, oh, that the other person, but by then you already pay huge sum of money, over 400 to 500,000 on the other side. Then you come back, the other person, what the court recognize, you sat down with the person, okay, you made some initial payment, then you say, okay, but let's go. When the court conclude finally, then we know whether that you got to deal legitimately now or what to do. Because we don't want to pay again. So let's hold all of the payment, go to the court. When we come from the court, then we sit down and discuss payment plan. Agreed. Went to the court. Finally, so basically, the CDC has been sitting to wait to hear from the court. Let the court recognize and say, Hagar is the legit owner
of this place.
Unlike Austin, right? So dealing with Hagar now puts me, as a tenant in a position to know, okay, I can pay, or I can start having buying conversation with Hagar and all that. So after all of that process, the regime, and I want to agree with the CDC Secretary General. Baka is so myopic. He have lost sight of his responsibilities and duties as President of the Republic, and he thinks he has to distract and focus on the CDC. This is the most stupid thing that anybody would do. However, right? So the people say they must win 2029 by all costs. They must win 2029 by all costs. And for them, destroy CDC, then you will win 2029. So move CDC from the headquarters. So you think people love CDC or people supporting CDC because of that headquarters. So move them. As soon as you move them from there, look at the poor reasoning. When you move CDC from the headquarters, all the people that love CDC, all of them will move from behind CDC. And like the people that say they went to school in America, Harvard, blah, blah, blah. But the reasoning is when you move CDC from down there, everybody that following CDC, all the way supporters, all of them will just at once disengage. And nobody will support CDC in their life. That they fools, they call smart people, intelligent people, right? So the regime is doing everything they can to say to the family, don't say move the people. Not that CDC owing them rent, no. In fact, they have some money for CDC, as we've learned. CDC pay them. They've not exhausted the time for which they pay. Yeah. But yesterday you're insisting, he said because code rule now said you're a legit person, so you evict the people. So let's be fair now. If no politics inside, that thing makes sense.
So the thing is, that place is between three parties. And Abu, trust me on this. under less than a year from now or a few time from now, you could be hearing another legal action involving that place, not between any party or the CDC or the other party or whatever, but it is going to be between a strange party that you may not have been in the know of. So there is another league that whole place, that whole CDC party headquarters is between three families. So now the CDC had been over there since 2004, 2005, and they've been there, and now somebody feel like, oh, why the CDC will be so that that blueprint you see seditionists posting all on the internet is not something that they just brought out today or yesterday that is seeing them posting all the internet. No, that is the plan and blueprint that the people had for their party and they got for their party. That was prepared long before yesterday. So now somebody will say, why didn't you people implement this or construct this project? Like Abu said, that era is between, for now, two parties, even though there is expected to be another one. So the CDC have been dealing with the Bernard's family. And then when they were in conversation for the CDC to purchase that headquarters, CDC did not think that, oh, because we are the ruling party, let's use the legal system, let's use the court to rule in the Bernard's family's interest, or in their interest, then we can get this place from them. No. CDC left that thing open and said that both parties go to court. Anybody that will win, that will do business with the person. And that was how that whole thing about that party headquarters, they took it to court. It was not between CDC and, how they call it, the Bernard family or the Elliott family or now. It was between the Bernard and the Elliott family. So since the case went to court, CDC, when they were in power, they could not get involved into that because of their respect for the rule of law. So they say, you go to court. Anybody that will win a case, then we can do business with the person. And that's how it has been. So since they went to court, this lady, our family won the case. Now the Unity Party, knowing that they are in power and wanting to prove the case, this is two different things. I want people comparing Unity Party situation with the CDC. No, Unity Party was booted out of their Congo-town headquarters because they could not pay, and in fact, I'm told up to now they are still owing the owners of that place. You cannot compare it with somebody who the landlord is owing. In the case of the CDC had paid in advance. CDC got years on their payment slip or their contract, but now because of politics, the United Party is wanting to prove a point that the same thing that happened to already happened to them. So they feel like by pressurizing the family, proclaiming that they want to purchase that place, is going to be the way that they will make CDC to be unpopular. So this thing, since this lady won this case, she has been every day the people talking her ear, they talking her ear. Unity Party people say, oh, we buy that place, we'll do that one, we'll do that one, we'll do that one. And that's how you see that case. All of the efforts that the CDC have exerted to ensure that they purchase that place. In fact, even in legal, if that lady is supposed to sell that place, logically, and I think it's legal, right? The CDC should be in the position to say, we now want it. We now want it because they are the current occupant of that place. So the CDC should either tell you that, oh, we now want a place before you can look for another buyer. You understand that? You are in this place, like the CDC have been over there for the longest. Now you the owner, you want to sell that place. Okay. Since we've been here for 20 years, we want to sell a place. That you ready to buy the place? Then CDC said, no, we're not ready. We don't want the area. Then you can look for a new buyer. But because this is so political, the other part of it, no, it's not there. The real thing here is get them out of that place. Oh, you think you get CDC out of that place, it means CDC will not get land? CDC won't land in Congo Town. In fact, to build a place, they will get it. CDC want buy property anywhere in Congo town bigger than that place, they will get it. So that thing that you're running away, it can't be compared to the CDC or the Unity Party failure to pay people rent for which they were thrown out. You can't compare the two. CDC has been responsible paying her rent, and Unity Party was very responsible, very irresponsible on a Bwaka and could not pay her rent. That's why they got booted out. Oh, the people who got that place, they tell you say, oh, that's because of because CDC have refused to pay our rent. Now, why we put in the house, how we want to invade? No, it is because that property has been between two separate families, and there is another family that is expected to join. So that is how it has been. CDC could not get involved into the legal aspect of that. Say, go to court, we'll support the court case. No. CDC said, even though we in power, let the penal family and the other family go to court. Anybody that will come and sit on the table and purchase this place from them. And that's why CDC could not go over there to construct that kind of a project over there when the place is still under dispute. Then now who will lose now? Let's be frank at this point. So that whole thing about that CDC party headquarters is politically motivated. The Unity Party, we agree now. CDC can maybe today, tomorrow, or anytime you decide you can go and invade CDC from the headquarters. How is it going to change the actual reality? How is it going to change the fact that the US report on human rights for Liberia is terrible, is terribly terrible for our country, to the point that the MCC compact is under review, Abu, because of that human rights report. That MCC compact, what we are and his people fought for 500 plus million. The Unity Party is expected or could be losing that because of their damning human rights records. Oh, that one is not important. When people go into bed without food and they can't provide for themselves, when schools are about to reopen and schools administrators are accepting students on credit because parents cannot afford that one, how is the CDC leaving the Congo Town Party headquarters going to change that narrative?
So let me add let me clarify a point that the UPICs, Unity Party picks, are trying to use as a reasonable ground to create, kind of sentiment and all that. I see them writing, "Oh, you build mansions and you did not." So, but I like how ignorantly they set the bar high for the CDC and then bring the bar low for the UP. So when it comes to other discussions, you say citizens are least thinkers, right? That UPICs are sophisticated, they're smart, they're creative, they're developmental, they're innovative, right? But when it comes to the question of tangible and what who have done, you set the CDC, bar very high. Then you lower the UPICs bar. Basically, these peaks set a bar for themselves that, it is normal when the UPICs spend 12 years in power, mass looting this country, right? Mortgaging our natural resources, signing bogus concessions and collecting kickbacks. The peaks believe it is okay, right? Purchasing properties and buying mansions out of the country, right? And engaging in capital flight, sending millions of this poor country monies out of the country. 12 years the pigs spent doing those things to Liberia, hurting the soul, the future of this country. They did that for 12 years, those pigs, headed by the big pigs. The big pig, right? They did that. And that's how, after 12 years of power, they had nothing to show. The biggest pig among the pigs had to be begging to survive, right? If you think you can be condescending and you think we'll return good words to you, you miss it. We will do tit for tat until this irresponsible government is prepared to run a responsible country, and then we will go back to standard. When you be derogatory to your fellow man. You think your education is more than anybody's education? What school you went to? You all failure, flunkies. Some of you will know you. But you made it to seem like, oh, because you're associated with the U-Pics, and then you claim some sophistication. How dare you? You think we don't know you? Failures. Neck has your record. Not Neck, but Wayek has your record. Probationist. You all jump and go sit on there. Door, empty score brain, empty idiots passing around and claiming some kind of sophistication. Who are you? Don't sit down and allow anybody, right, speak down on you. You should defend yourself. If they call you names, you call them names. If they prepare to be responsible, you'll be responsible. You have civilized conversation. They won't be rude. Right? You go in the gutter with them, you dance with them, you come outside, you clean your clothes, you walk. Say you want to reduce the national conversation to these kinds of, innuendos and all of that. You say you spend all those 12 years stealing, right? And raping our children, abusing the girls' children, and at the same time sodomizing the boys in this town. Your 12 years. Those were what you did to Liberia. You sodomized brilliant children. Some of them are regretting, right? You sodomized them to get scholarship, rewarded unmerited scholarship. And these are the confused. You know what I mean? You man, then somebody go beyond you. It can affect your brain. Now you see some of them saying that they tend to conspiracy theory, talking like they can't connect. That they think they pull beyond that. So you all know some of them. People who reduce their consciousness as men. You go out the door, even your friend man. Then you come here that you're supposed to be telling Liberian people, oh, that they want. Then you say people build mansion. You bring your food down for scholarship. You can get nothing to show. And you think you can use propaganda, deceptive tricks to get Liberian people away. We'll erect the checkpoint. We'll deal with your look. We'll tell you guys can do anything. You guys are big mouth people. You can't do anything to anybody. You can't do nothing to anybody. You rogue, will call you rogue. You steal, will call you. Will say you steal. You corrupt, will say you selling drugs. Will say you selling drugs. Tell us. The evidence are clear. They are all over the place. Look at the country. Look at the streets. Walk the street and see people falling off, dying. Kids are dying in the street for drugs under your watch. You're not dealing with these things. You're not arresting these things. No policy solution. You're undermining. Listen to the deputy director for administration at the LDEA. Placing the responsibility at your feet, and you sit down here to open your mouth and tell somebody, say, oh, 6 years people were being martial. So 12 years. You spent 12 years, you stole, you mortgage all about. Who signed the APM terminal deal? Right? Asilometer. All the concessions that our people crying for now, that the people just holding all about resources. Who signed them? What did you do with the resources from there? Where did you build? Right? At the end, even the party headquarters you were in, you were unable to pay rent for there. They had to kick you all like song and chicken, pull you outside, put big about kick in your behind, and you all were passing around here. Right? You all were passing around here. 12 years, you couldn't do something. And then you come, you say, 6 years. Look at how CDC developed that property. If not politics, and if the families and the ownership of that land are not being selfish or being used politically, they will be appreciative. The value that CDC has added there. These are responsible tenants. Responsible tenant. Before now, when the CDC rented that place, was that how it was looking? So the owners of that land said, see, they will feel proud. In a sense, feel proud. Responsible tenant, they're maintaining the place, they're developing the place.
That's how you're making it more attractive.
Right? They're adding value there. You know what would be the value of that place now, market value? compared to when you left your Congo Town office, right? You desecrated the people property in Congo Town.
Like that.
You left it in forest. Irresponsible, useless people. You left the people property in Congo Town in forest. Disgrace and shame after 12 years of mortgaging everything, stealing, and sending money abroad. And sort of massing our boss children in the town. You think, I mean, just because of, I don't know, but if not this country, unity should not be in our body politics or national conversation anymore. You've satisfied all the reasons to be ostracized and just let out of our national conversation. Then you can say, oh, Marshall. When Baka used to take 5-6 girls and get on the airplane saying going for a trip. And I ain't bring nothing to the country, ain't bring no relationship. Anytime Ellen put the man on trip, say go represent Ellie. More girls will be on the man on a travel list than men. Go there, nobody go sit in the hotel. Oh, they come back, no result. Ellen got tired, and that's how she play him low. And say, "Oh, car park." So the few times he went, the places he went, what did he bring back? When he go on trip, nothing. Oh yeah, these are the facts. Oh, you don't know this were the things your man was involved with. They're facts. Then you're saying, oh, but the CDC developed that place. CDC are responsible. They pay their due. Nobody, they pay their rent. Nobody going after them and say, oh, you don't pay our rent. You owe you all, but you are disgraced. You're dragged out of that place. Small nutrients start playing for all of you. Oh, 12 years, you not pay your rent, so you think you won't settle. You're not setting school anybody. You're an irresponsible, lying machinery. That's who you are. Your case cannot be compared to the CDC. And look, I think the CDC is a whole lot different from what other political institutions are. I don't know how it is in news for people to leave a rented apartment. Mm-hmm. It is obvious.
When more Aiden were true out here, they could be begging around for horse rent. Are the same thing.
Because it is obvious that when you're renting an apartment, that you will leave from there and get another one. You are renting, right? You are renting. You're renting, so you can move out. So for the CDC to leave a rented property, and then the government say, "Oh, the biggest news and the
biggest achievement for the Unity Party."
Look at the sake. You have governance on your hand that's failing. Everything is breaking down. You're not dealing with it. You're stealing the money from the commercial bank. You're only thinking about that one, right? Yesterday, in your cabinet meeting, you can argue that one, right? Things are tough. Look, let me tell you, from now to you'll be playing from now to December. You will see. It will come right before you again. I'll tell you. You'll be wasting time. Me, I like it how I support the SG seditions if you think, right, exhaust all of the legal remedies and insist you're a responsible tenant. Don't leave from there. Exhaust your time. Don't leave. Insist. The masses, the people should insist. The CDC must not leave from there. Or send the government thing, moving the CDC is an achievement. So drag them all the way 4 years. Let them spend 4 years. Let them waste 4 years on moving CDC. One person, we are trying to build a state-of-the-art headquarters to accommodate seditions. The only political party that's always active, that the people feel comfortable of. They go there, nobody drive them. They sit there. Some people are living there. They're doing business there. Show me that one party. You think the CDC is like your party in the back passing around. You're only active during election period. You're in government. Sam Bwaka assumed the presidency. It has been almost 2 years. He has never visited the Unity Party headquarters. Mm-hmm. He has never visited. You must go there before you say interact with the people, right? He has never visited there. So you see, you can't compare the two things. They're unlike. And that's the reason I feel it is just a waste of time and distractions. So let's, if you get somebody to pay, we pay them, and then we come back, we go into our real conversation. Or let me take this break. Right?
Yes, we'll come back, then we do our draw star 255 star 1 hash.
faces in every community, you know. You can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, all your authority. That it can't take your luggage. Crime stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human talking, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm about to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's go for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's go for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-omen, and Zion.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's go for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's go crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia, and of course, at this point, Higa will recognize some of your comments and contribution to the show this morning. For those of you following live, right? So, Higa, you can just do that.
Yes, and then
let's recognize a few people.
Yeah, okay. And then when we come back, we do our joy here on star 255 star 1 hash for you using the button phone, and then star 255 star 1 hash for those of you using the smartphone. Reply the currency you want to play from, either from your LD or USD account. For just 100 LD or 50 cents USD, you stand a chance to receive between 5,000 to 10,000 here this morning. Let's start up with the comment section, and then after that we do our draw. Otis Barkley is our first person here, and he says, "Good morning, family. I am writing or following the conversation from Duput Row. We are getting there," he says. Venetius Junior Bar, "I am following you from New Crew Town." Venetius says, "We are is coming back." Asata M. Miller says, "Good morning, Freedom Morning Rise family. I am watching live from Soul Clinic Community. Good to be on the show." Clarence Sampson says, "Good morning, Freedom Radio Liberia. I am watching from Brewerville." Henry T. Henry T. Jr. says, "Good morning, my Freedom family, my Freedom FM family. I am following you up from my residence in Carwell. Thanks for the information to our country, Liberia." David Yinkan says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. Watching you from Grand Bassa County, compound number 3. Thanks so much for the show." Peter 1D says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I am following you from Crown Hill Community. Thanks for the show." Rose Quita says, "Good morning, guys." A Valikura says, "Good morning, guys. I am watching from Banjul, the Gambia." James Lamy says, "Good morning, Abu and Higa." Ruben Cannon says, "I am following you from Gartnersville." Lisa Bridges is next. Lisa says, "Good morning, my brothers." Utika Kahut says, "Good morning. Bwakai is a political pathological liar and complete embarrassment to our nation." Hilton Willer Jedu says, "Good morning, Abu. I am following you from Greenville, Sino County." Agatha Glasgow says, "I am watching from Thinkers Village, RRA Road, where the common citizen children live." Stephen A. Bass says, "Good morning, Freedom Morning Ras family. I am following the show from Dakar, Senegal. Grailo Favor or February Martin, it is our fast and prayer working." He says that. Okay. Bapin Paul Lee. Bapin says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I am watching from Johnsonville." Good morning, Bapin. Okay, let's get to this. Aloysius, okay. Albert Nuan Bonka says, good morning. I am watching from Dupet Road, Calview Community. Aloysius Kemokai says, good morning. Watching live from my Sinko resident, 24th Street. Mohammed Oscar Diallo says, good morning, Abu and Higa. I am watching with you. Mark Kemason says, good morning, guys. I am following from Battery Factory. Melvin Martin Tia says, good morning, your freedom morning, Ras. I am following from my residence in Point 4 Bourgeois Aslan. Stephen Fala Jr. says, good morning, Freedom FM family. I am watching you from Chicken Soup Factory. Yes, that where the president refused to do Phil. Lorena Tuku says, good morning. I'm Lorena Tuku watching from 11th Street. Honorable William Lee McCretty says, good morning, Abu. Peter Siriu Kai says, good morning, Abu and Higa, watching from GSA Road Junction, Zuba Town. Thanks for informing the Liberian people every day. Keep up your good work. May God bless and guide your footsteps from danger. Samuel Heaney Jr. says, good morning, family. I am watching live from Wiala, Maigibi County. Intellectual Minds is watching. Jerryson B. Toba says, good morning. Toba says, good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm following from Victoria Island, Lower Johnsonville, the darkest community in District 2, Montserrado County. Okay, District 2 will get better one day. Fit Kelvin Barpin says, good morning, Freedom FM family. I am watching from Block A, 189 Winstown Pipeline Road. Mary Tule says, good morning, guys. I am watching you from New Georgia Estate. Thanks for the great job. Stephen Soko, that's Kevin Soko, says, watching live from USA. Thanks for the show, Abu and Higa. John Kenema says, good morning, brothers. I'm watching you from GSA Zina Hill. Abraham A. Addison says, good morning. I am following from Cartwell. Mohammed Mariama J. Sharif. Good morning, Abu, and the peace-loving people of Lofa County. I am watching from Mamadi Diakite Intellectual Forum in Jacobtown, St. Francis community. We are still coming back to the Dalmatian State Department report under the 80-year-old Baptist deacon. He says that. I didn't mean anyone run away from. Hassan Belete says, you're fine. Okay. Lorena, okay. You go to Lorena. So, Bakiran Sharif says, is it Bakari Sharif says, good morning, guys. I'm following from New Kutown. Thanks for the update. Michael Kanji says, good morning to you guys. Kola Amara Jala Kamara says, I'm following live from Brussels. Edwin Sako, I'm watching from Bominga Community. William W. Wu, the Liberian Civil Rights Movement's official spokesperson, says he's following. Bobby Cado, just the names are just so long, too many things. Samuel Light Cooper says, good morning, brother Abu and Hagar. I'm following from Cartwell. If moving CDC from their party headquarters will reduce the prices of basic commodities and bring more jobs in the country, what are they waiting for? Go there now and break it. Yes.
Simple.
That's what it is. We can stop it at this point now.
And then when you break it under whether people will something, but let's take a few calls. Interesting comments, and then we wait. Let's take in 5 minutes. Let's take like 10 calls, right?
Yes.
On this CDC thing plus
then
other
we
thing.
come just here and do a draw to give our money. So let's talk to this person. Good morning. You are our first caller. Walk away from the radio or I'll call you.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Otis Barkley. I do join you for tomorrow.
Otis go away from District 4.
Yeah. So, thought has been joined to the CDC party headquarters that the people are making a major discussion in the country.
Mm-hmm.
CDC moving to the party headquarters, it doesn't mean CDC is losing a famous or losing its integrity. CDC is the most famous grassroots civil rights party in the country. So, that people shouldn't be taking our party headquarters conventions like the state come. They should be thinking on how to fight just and stop just from entering our country. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead,
Morning.
live.
Yeah, my name is Ibrahim. Thank you for the show. Listening to the show, they need to set the station every 5 minutes. To stay from one point to another.
They can be disturbing the station, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, leave them.
I think I've very community. Yeah, so this boy, you're not sure about the thing that you are shameless. Go see that you are push. There's one thing that quickly everything I have politics for thinking to move. For me, I can let it go happen so that they can know that the kind of people reporting power.
They left the people, the boat compound, snakes and all were there.
Let's talk to another person. Morning. Unity Party people, even how they call it, Unity, the CMC made an appointment of Nimbaye, and then the Unity Party in the Makane chat room there, criticizing the guy who was appointed. They appreciate him when he's working for them, but now that he has joined the CMC now, they start criticizing. Now the kind of Unity Party we get. Morning, let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You live, go ahead. Go ahead.
Money been high in the country too. Now all that cabinet meeting was for. But thank you. Good morning.
Okay. Yes, I'm taking.
Good morning, Abu. Good morning, every mature.
Morning. Is this the Dr. Masisi?
The doctor, yes. Dr. Ambassador Masisi get on the land this morning.
The government say when they move CDC from the headquarters, you start your cool business or your cool workout within the restaurant.
My blood, my effort, and the George reacted my death. And George saw himself in me. So any person that can in the country that will for the book, I will support you. Wanna be real and let people up for calling us listen to that. But they should be ashamed of themselves. The way you told it, it was so shit. When the 12th year, you couldn't do anything about the prayer and nothing. But when the 30 people, they're not working around government, were paying, our party, you were paying. It is the money, money, the oil. There's a poor party was trying now when I beat this someone that free, stealing for money, and get PO on them. They say, what they photo you? What do they people go ask them? Oh, you have just listened to move. Look, this is the part for a perfume out of the and what it is the focus in the country. Our people are trying to get down, looking everything focus. The poor person said, no, fine, later. I couldn't prepare about what the father I walk back. Everything was looking down. I wasn't up back home. I will do for you and you get the people. Everybody will talk about all the people there. We're not all look to be proud of fire. We are so proud. Look at the people there over there. Everyone so money and debt. They were saying, swap. I see people telling them every day. You don't see for yourself. If they were seeing people going, if they left the dead time, when they can't even know, then why your president saying, oh, that was the Paul, right there. It's not the Paul, right there. Then people carry you, they would just go and I mean, what that was this stuff. So you guys are we made, minister. You saw what the money in there.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Talking about being in mansion, like what Baga is being in Fuya is, I don't know how the elected make, but good morning. Let's hear you, bro.
Baga is spending 10 million on horse. I get party headquarters. You're talking now.
Good morning. Good morning, Abu Shari. Let me say good morning to Eka. I appreciate you guys for the table discussion. You know, Abu, the government lost the top of Ghana war. So they want to defend the public mind over the issue of CDC party headquarters. But we were pregnant by the center station that confronted our people. Look at the US.
We're talking about your propaganda war. We're talking about the issues, the real issues in the country that's affecting the
yes. So that's what I'm saying. So we're pregnant by the real issue. The issue is about the US report that how Greco Common and his police are brutalizing journalists, are brutalizing peaceful appearance. How the government is into rampant corruption. Our people are suffering on a daily basis. The DA Tapi the director for DEA and Metal Fontana, the reason why justice in the country because government officials are the one that importing justice in the country. These are the real issues. You say you have rescued the country. So the one thing that you have rescued the Liberian people, you have rushed war on motorcycles, you working motorcycles.
Thank you very much. And so let me take this on the WhatsApp quickly. Good morning. How are you this morning? Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning. Abu and Mr. Good morning to hey guy.
Good morning.
This is Edmund Moka. You know, you said it right this morning when you remind me of that institution or particular group of people referring to themselves as an idea. That's a fact. And you are much the former defense minister of Israel told his boss that the amount you're talking about, they are idea. How do you raise it? He has still to realize that so we can bring that to the Liberian scenario. You know, how do you just sit there and talk about erasing a group of people? It's not possible.
I can't fathom how reasonable people sit down in a room and say, "Oh, we will erase CDC." How are you going to achieve erasing CDC? Should you be focusing on that or focusing on governance?
Okay. Hey, and thanks to you guys, right? I followed Austin last night, and I'm following you guys. And thanks to you guys for knowing this weakling government and their president, for you letting them to know that we are not going to focus attention on a mayor party headquarters and leaving the Jimmy issue. Look at the issue that the brother was talking about. The death of young people with that spark and kill. You're not talking about yesterday, the women on the street. They said they want to draw out of Liberia. What have you done about it? DA crying. You know, they want support. They don't have support. They don't have that. That's what you supposed to be focusing on. As Ofi was saying, Lana, the revenue generation is running red. There is no solution. You have no clue.
No, that one had interest. That one had interest.
Yeah. You know?
Thank you very much. And that is quite correct. And like I said, this is why the government called the meeting on yesterday. No money. I mean, I don't know how to actually put it, but there's no money. Things are tough. You see, even that thing what Amos Toer and Bwakanen when they say, oh, they're bringing fuel, may most likely backfire. Because what we are gathering, they're intending to sell their products higher than what, private importers are doing. So there is a gradual noise coming out of that place, right? And during the CDC time, when importers used to bring their products, the CDC government will get them 90 days to sell and be able to pay. But this government, they're in rush for money, so they reduce it to 45 days. So in that 45 days, you get the product to the people expensive, and you want them to generate the money and pay. So it's becoming difficult. They got to say that they bring it here and pay this and pay that. So money not coming. These are the reality. The revenue is performing badly, terribly. Let me put it that way. You see, the finance minister is lost. It's lost. I mean, completely lost. He knows exactly nothing that he has to do to remedy the situation. So we're in terrible mess. But look, folks, we're going to hold the course right here because there are other issues. Bwaka came to the presidency and started appointing all kinds of people, taking money to appoint people and give them diplomatic passports. We talk about them here. The latest we hinted you about was the ambassador Aliu Kebe, right? Who news and report has it that he allegedly duped a French investor.
400, a guy who 400,000.
So you give our passports to people. You say they are going to be an added value. They're going to help. We argue that Liberians can do that thing. You say, oh no, this man, you talk all kinds of things. So the essence of leaving a Liberian to take a foreigner is that he's bringing extra value, right, to the role, but not bringing extra stealing. But it seems the dude came here to steal, right? Go and just cajole people and come and use the passports, bring them to the country, and rob them, right? So the ambassador at large for youth and sports in Liberia, Aliu Kebe, right, who is a very close buddy to Bwakai, to Mandela Cooper, and I'm hearing Mandela Cooper too won't be COS, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. Just imagine what their plans are. What kind of government is this? Grace Bay is supposed to be that old-time friend to the president. The man has passed. He's not even laid to rest. And you guys are all out there fighting for position, fighting to replace the man. No focus on the DC anymore. What? This is heartless. Right? This is it. But Liberians, let's come to what you actually need to be focused on and know. Because
so just before we do that, can we just give money out and we just get it done quick?
Okay. So because these issues are about you, the country, and the future of your children, your grandchildren that you see sitting in front of you, your children that you see walking in front of you. Their future are the things we're going to talk about. So let's pay
money to somebody here. Star 255 star 1 hash. Star 255 star 1 hash. Star 255 star 1 hash. The system is so we about to pay somebody. This new system that will have to take us back and bring us forth. Maybe we can be doing that while I go back to the system here. But it's star 255 star 1 hash or star 255 star 1 hash. Then you stand a chance to receive cash price of between 5,000 to 10,000 here. What's going on this morning? Okay, we got it here. It's interesting. It's interesting how the country is looking, and the thing that they're supposed to be discussing, they are not even considering that. And they are all behind people. When you thought the other one is wrong,
you go to World Trade Center and arbitrarily arrest people.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, I'm told they went there.
Yes, yesterday.
The first time you were there, you arrested the people. You took their monies from them. The police. They charge all the people, take their money from their pocket and their valuables.
Mm-hmm.
They've not returned those things.
And that's what the police can do every time, even when the DA go away. That's what they can do.
On yesterday again, you went back, you closed other people's businesses and took their monies away.
Star 255 star 1 hash. Star 255 star 1 hash.
When the citizens wake up for you in the country,
it's going to be terrible.
Yellow value subscriber. The subscriber you're trying to reach is currently out of coverage.
Okay, so give it but it's star 255 star 1 hash, or star 255 star 1 hash, and just for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents USD, you stand a chance to receive cash price of
but that person payment gone already.
The person payment is gone. The call to confirm. But let me see. I don't know. I hope I'm not making a mistake with this number. It's 448-8629. So star 255 star 1 hash. We will want to do another one at 9:10. At 9:10. Hope this person, if this person can. Okay, I will, since this person have received their money, maybe we can just check up to do another draw at later. But let's continue. We can do another one. Star 255 star 1 hash, or star 255 star 1 hash for those of you using the smartphone, and then just for just $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents, you still have a chance to receive 4,000 Liberian dollars. This person number is still not going, so we'll do another draw at 9:10. Then we'll move on this morning.
Certainly. So this is what I encountered something for my page. So the government has succeeded in intimidating a lot of people. So be mindful out there of people changing their tunes. It's part of what they call censorship. Only a few people will speak out, 1 year ago, there were a lot of people who were very critical. They were speaking truth. But today, when they are writing on the very same issue, they will try to be they will sugarcoat it, and always basically what you need to do, even if you want to hammer home something, just mention the CDC. For example, it's Amara Corner of Bapolu County. It's my own big brother, but I'm going to say that, we're observer, we watch the thing. Amara has quoted into the government intimidation. So these days you see it in Amara Corner's writing.
Mm-hmm.
It should be about it should be about today. You criticize the CDC enough, you condemn the CDC enough, and you booted them out of office. So you don't need to minimize the impact of the horror and terror that's happening under this disgusting leadership by always referencing the CDC or trying to be comparative. No, it's needless. When we get to 2028, 2029, then we can make comparative analysis.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, we're critiquing and checkmating governance issues. What do you have to do with CDC in order? Looking for things to say that but yes, only people like us are standing our ground. We're refusing to be intimidated because these are punks. The folks, the guys in power are punks. They're idiots. That's who they are. How do you be afraid of idiots and all that? And so, yeah. So, but we can understand they're intimidating the people, the poor businesses, they're telling Amara, we'll draw up or corruption charges on you, blah blah blah. And these are the things they're doing, right? These are exactly the things they're doing. So let's come to the big issue. As we don't get very hard can be cutting because they won't. When we reach to the portion, you will know. Say we'll know, we'll see. And let me just take from my brother who did a very nice summary of the whole thing. I want to tier, right? It's right here, so you can check it up on Wanto's page. The United Party, okay. The 2024 U.S. State Department Human Rights Report leaves no doubt. Under President Barack, Liberia has become a state where abuse of power is routine and accountability is rare. The documented findings are clear. 1. Arbitrary or unlawful killings. Numerous reports of killings by government agents. In April, an inmate died at Fishtown Central Prison. 6 officers charged, 4 clear, 1 dismissed, 1 still under investigation. The report says arbitrary and unlawful killings, right? Mysterious deaths, murders, killing people, police officers, shooting people, and all these things, right? By agents of the police. Don't you all see butt naked death squad that he has? Mm-hmm. Who pays them? The government pays them through NSA. So these are the things that the people have captured. 2. Police brutality and torture. Police brutality and torture security forces, including the Liberia National Police and Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, repeatedly cited for abusive acts. In May, an LMP officer was charged with attempted murder after attacking a civilian with a machete. There are cases. So let the government go say, oh no, they want to lie, it not happen. The boy pick up one and put it there. Say you been in the country, you know, here say policemen go to bear ballon collar and running behind people to kill them. In a Boga government
is happening for common. Even the PCC men.
Where the people where in America, they saw them and say, how police people taking bear ballon collar, passing around looking for people to kill. These are the issues they want to run away from. 3, crackdown on free speech in August. Oh yes, there are plethora of that. The intimidation, the pay agents to attack us, go after our families. Or haven't we alarmed these things here to you? Or don't you think we've been documenting these things? Right? Executive mansion people pay 1 Zola to go after me and my family. Right? We got all of the facts. We know who behind it. What do they do it for? Because they don't want us to talk. They've engaged two different people. Oh, you gotta stop talking. But they all agree now that no, they can't get us to silence our thoughts. So it goes down on your record. You're cracking down on free speech. You're intimidating people, harassing people, right? Attacking people. Right in front of our office, right here, you came and set Austin's car ablaze. And I've not said this. That just God saved me that day because I was parked right behind Austin. As soon as I left, right, I was approaching Jimmy Carroll Bridge. Kuzo called me. That he got through.
Yeah.
And you see?
Bombing.
So, we were just blessed. And when it happened, Lapo started saying all kinds of things that we got. We put them down. They sent a message. Oh, yeah, that you were going for. You were doing this or doing that. Me, you're not able me. So that thing there can be talking, right? So, an instant case is mentioned. The Monrovia City Corporation dismissed 9 employees for alleged social media criticism of the president and government officials. Then, when the CSA boss was asked by the media, he confirmed on tape that the president is in the know and the president approves everything that he is doing or he had done. That state sponsor crackdown on free speech. This is what your government is doing. Plenty of them. You know how many people in the government that they're being suppressed, oppressed? Look at MICAT. You know how many people won't speak in MICAT? That thing, what Daniel Sando and Pierre can be doing, that cow people thing they can be doing. Go inside MICAT and go here. I'm always telling you this. But as soon as people start to get relief until you see people come out, they will speak out. You're cracking down on free speech. You're dismissing people for speaking against bad governance and terrible leadership. A clear signal that dissent will be punished under your watch. So in Liberia today, if you're critical, you get punished. You're robbed of your contract. You're denied of privileges in your own country, right? You are blacklisted. There is an internal memo in the Unity Party blacklisting Freedom FM.
Mm-hmm.
And all of our journalists can't argue that one. Internal memo. When they don't sat on a podcast and said that they have gone the extent, right, of investigating internally. Anybody who they catch doing business with critical voices in the government, they will dismiss you. You didn't hear that? Right? They cannot deny because they themselves are the one coming out and saying it. So how dare you question the credibility, the veracity of the U.S. report? This is practical. Even the layman walking the street knows this as a fact. That's what you're doing. All along, we have always had a reporter assigned at the executive mansion. What did you do? You remove our reporters. And you send out a memo. Just go to news conference and you recognize yourself as Freedom FM. They'll put you out. Mika, they put Freedom FM out. MCC, they put Freedom FM out. Everywhere in this town, they put Freedom FM out. What is that? Isn't that a crackdown? Or you're looking for a praise singer? You think we are the bootleg and good for nothing, rusty man who's not doing nothing, taking our country backward? You're looking for a praise singer? Everybody, you get almost 80% of the media, Liberian media, praising you. Right? We choose to stand with the Liberian people. Then you target us. Look at what you do to Spoon FM. Right? I'll tell you something about Stanton that maybe I'll just warn you if you listen to your business, if you're not listening to your business. Harassment and censorship of media. Harassment and censorship. Censorship is when you attempt to dictate what the media should talk about. what the media should not. They don't confirm it. They don't say they want the media to be talking. When they don't go there, steal from the country and go carry one bag of rare to his rehab center, right? The media should carry Dillon and carry 10 bag of rare to his rehab center. When he graduate, and I mean, prepared people, you say 6 months you carry people in. You carry people in your rehab center for 6 months. No detoxification. Absolutely nothing. No traumatic healing. Nothing for them. You just put them there because while they are there in that 6 months, they are not encountering. But they are there, their appetites are still on drugs. Then you go, you're having graduation. That one you call rehabilitation. And so you put them out the next 2 months. The first thing the man going for that drugs. Let Dylan show me any of his graduate that he has put out that life has transformed into something meaningful now. Let's see that one. As soon as you put them outside, they go back. So the only thing that happens when they're inside there, they don't take drugs. So for that 6 months, you buy them reflect clothes, you pull on them, they will appreciate you. Go to Capitol building, you're stealing millions. You're wasting your time. We will not do that for you. And nobody here have actually you scrape all of our contracts. We don't complain. We accept our fate. We are doing our job. That you crying every day. That you crying every day. You harassing media outlets, politically interfering in community radio operations. The superintendent in Grand Jide County, the one in Mangibi, the cases are all over. Right? Trying to thwart the narrative, the facts. Restrictive news accreditation rules prompting editors to walk out. When you tell a news agency and restrict their coverage. Even at the legislature, you know what they have said? I spoke with my friend. My friend looked in my face and told me on the phone, and maybe hang up. Robert, oh my man, you gotta get 25,000 followers. A registered online media institution seeking accreditation. The legislature say you must get 25 to 30,000 followers first. Then all kinds of things, man. Then you finish, you gotta go for verification. Then you submit your police clearance, your tax clearance, your this, that, all clearance. What I want to do with you? Or it's intended to restrict the free press. So they will qualify the pro-government people inside. The critical, once they deem you critical or the ownership critical, they deny you access. That's how they're running the country. So people who are principled, when you carry those kind of things to the editor, say, okay, but then I will stop working here. I'll resign to a living. Government interference in labor rights. Public servant ban from joining the Liberia Labor Congress. So in the government, no labor right. When you're working in the government, don't seek right. Don't go to the Labor Right Congress. Don't join. Just be saying on there. They abuse your right. You close your mouth. Don't talk about it. Empowering a labor practice review board to do what? To manipulate unions' elections. To manipulate unions' elections, worker unions' elections in the country. Undermining independence. Failure to enforce labor and safety laws, minimum wage, overtime, and workplace safety laws routinely unenforced. You argue that one? Go to Seti brother. That Seti brother, what the guy, the oxygen killed the guy, right? You argue it? When you go do inspection, do you check on the safety and the health of Liberian laborers? You abandon the people. You came, you said you're rescuing them. They're dying. You've left them at the mercy of what? Exploitative merchants in the country. Now people are dying. You want to argue that? Hazardous and deadly work conditions, no proactive safety inspections, illegal mining, logging, and fishing remain deadly. Illegal mining, logging, and fishing remain deadly. So they are unable to attract any legit, viable investment to Liberia. So they get the clandestine Russians and Chinese people. They send them in our butchers and they're mining illegally. How did Costa qualify to get a mining license? Right? You connive with foreigners. Look, let me tell you what they're doing. They bring their foreign friends here and give them a Class C mining license against the law. So you know what they do? They'll find some Liberian lady and just arrange with that Liberian lady. That Liberian lady will be the person girlfriend or the person or whatever. Then they use the Liberian lady, right? They get the mining license to there. So all the work fools you see all in our bush. I'm not trying to be racist, but I'm just saying because when you come to other people's country, you got to follow the law. Oh yeah, we go to other people's country, respect the law. When you come here, this is not a banana country. You're running a banana republic. You come only because of kickbacks, and you all say that your future is being robbed, it's being stolen. You still saying that? Say we rescue. You brought people to say they come and rescue. They are stealing from you. Abu then talking about it, you won't listen. The American people talking about it, you won't listen. You still saying that? And that baka you baka. Seriously. Come here. Arbitrary arrest and prolonged detention. Detainees held over 180 days without hearings. Abraham Khalid Sharif, accused of plotting against Ghana, was secretly removed from prison and handed to Guinea authorities without a court order. Iga, how many times we talk about this?
On several occasions, we spoke about it here.
We told you that you causing problems.
Every step along the way, we were speaking on it.
We told you that what you are doing is against international human rights. What you are doing, and you took $2 million and 10 pickers from the Guinean junta. You can't deny, right? How you whole government be taking bribe from your friend government to violate human rights, to abuse human rights? Then you say, oh, the human rights report can't the matter. Corruption in refugee service director. The refugee people from Ghana, you stole their money. You go put the people in plastic, tarpaulin tent. We been complaining say asilo meter pour our people in continue. The government, UNHCR, and other people get their money to resettle refugees. Then you go put tarpaulin your own citizen. Only to realize that you stole the people money, you start putting your family name and corrupted the entire refugee list and diverted the people money that the government did it. Now, any other government, rescue government, the Americans say they get note, they took note of that. Refugee people that everybody can be sorry for. You stole from refugee people, Bwaka. You stealing from refugee people. You say you came to rescue, distress, displaced from their comfort, for you to come and design program where they'll feel at home and integrate smoothly. You brought the people here and stole their money, Bwaka. Corruption in refugee service. Director of the Liberia Refugee Repatriation and Resettlement Commission. And 2 others fired for falsifying documents and stealing refugee aid funds. Now when the refugee aid fund, even disaster people, they stole their fund. Disaster people, they stole their fund. Failure to ban female genital mutilation, no legal prohibition on FGM / despite affecting 50% of rural women and girls. Just recently in Konya 500 person in Konya town, Lofa County. In fact, I place there. So and you collecting partners' money. Say, yeah, we'll do the FGN thing. You take the people money. Then instead continue found your corner time, pull it on Facebook. What saw it? Inconsistent child marriage laws. Girls can still legally marry at 16 under certain laws, despite official minimum age of 18. The government are clear. You tell the people this, then you're doing this. You're not enforcing the law. You're lying. You're taking partner money. Judicial corruption and abuse of bill. Judges accused of using bill to solicit bribes. Right? To solicit bribes. Magistrates soliciting payments from complainants to transport detainees. What? Underfunded and politicized justice system quote. Say justice system and courts operating without prosecutors or public defenders. The entire Bonkanda, I think they get 10 or so magisterial court, and you only get 3
public defenders,
judges in a place. So no public defenders. Nothing. The public defender program has scratched under your watch. So everybody on their own. Jungle Justice. Trial by ordeal has resurfaced. So people just go, they pull stick around you. They say when you put your hand here, and when they still go there, then you steal the thing in the town. Then they can beat you.
People have lost patience and confidence in the court system because of the delay and lack of interest. All of these things is alarming. And the government to address these things, they see them important to address it.
Now, prolonged detention. It is clear that in the case with the guy from Guinea, the Ministry of Justice and the president were hugely involved. So we crumb their picture. We crumb their picture. We attach it to each of the crime. Then, under censorship by government, military intelligence or police force, blah blah blah, you have Kula Fofana, and they all have issued statement. Kula say she stand by her.
She stand by her statement. She stand by all actions.
Then removing people for their political view. The erratic, fanatical Josiah Joka. And just about my president. My president. As far as I concerned, just about my president. Just about my president, man. That he the one. Oh yes, the Gloss Lib Police Inspector General Gregory Como, our own friend and brother, wearing lip gloss every day and they're passing around. Wanton police brutality, mysterious killings, arbitrary detention, political arrest. You're there. Loose talking, abuse, and rudeness, physical attacks, imprisonment, and of course harassment, intimidation. Oh yes, the basement man, the minister that came from the basement in America, Jeremy Pia. Are your men in there? So that how the thing looking.
And that the real thing that the men won't cover with the CDC party headquarters thing, that the real conversation here. All these things are things that got negative implication on our country's general and national, or you want to say international image. If investors must come to Liberia to invest their billions, they must be sure of human rights, the respect for human rights. We saw the instance where the guy from the Freeport took Chinese investors in this country. What has come from out of it? Because it's connected to the power that be, nothing has come from it. So all of these things, when people continue to hear them and then coupled with the daily human rights violation and the human rights record of our country, you don't expect that investors will come and invest their billions in this country, because what is portraying out there is that this country is on a time bomb. And investors will not want to come to invest in any country that is seated on a time bomb. The only group of people you find coming in this country now, the only group of people that are investing in this country are Liberians. Liberians themselves are doing their own businesses and things, getting involved into their own but to get the only thing that foreigners doing here is to come and build those makeshift structures like Asila Meta did, and be exploiting our country, taking our country's resources. That's the only thing. When it's time to mine the iron ores, the gold, the diamonds, and everything, they come to get it. But to come and invest in this country where they will build factories and things to open the business climate of our country and employ more Liberians, investors will not want to come because this country, from all indications, is seated on a time bomb. Who will want to invest their money here? This is the real issue that Unity Party gang is supposed to be addressing. These are the things that they're supposed to be telling the president we need to address this, because until these things are addressed, Liberians will continue to suffer. Liberians will continue to be strangulated because the international face of our country has died. Oh, that the government has said before they were coming to get a country international recognition. The how you see they say they are retrieving all of the diplomatic passports. This is it. Our country is currently on a time bomb and nobody want to come invest their money here. Why is the Unity Party doing? What is the government doing? All they can do is to run behind things that are not significant to the growth and progress of our country. Oh, because they are benefiting, they're getting their salaries on time. Braka is getting his 100,000 on his credit card every time. Braka is riding his convoy every time. All of those officials of government got fuel, got gasoline, their vehicles, and their generators around here. They got their scratch cars. The government is paying their rent even when they have their own house. So all these things, because they are coming, no, they care whether the common people now finding food to eat, and they are concerned. Whether the young people are not getting jobs, no, it's not their concern. Look at the human rights record of our country. Listen to it. Then people want to be justifying, oh yeah, Joe, you compare real time with your time. Why did Liberians vote we are out? Because according to the Unity Party people, by then in opposition, they say George we have failed. Okay, so since George we have failed us, we are getting rid of him. We voted against him already. So now the Unity Party have come under this 80-year-old experienced Baptist guy. They should be doing what we did not do that made Liberians to vote him out, instead of comparing their time with real time. So okay, if we want to compare we are time where we are, why couldn't we are there be comparing your 12-year-old we are 6-year-old we are 12 years? Why we couldn't do it? But every little thing you talk, the people want to compare we are time with their time. And then the little thing you talk, they want to compare we are time with their time.
Watch commission. You stealing and suppressing the people. The workers can talk.
They can't talk.
Intimidating them.
And then they thought you want to compare Unity Party.
But wait, freedom is coming shortly. All of you will get the opportunity to speak, because we won't rush, but we know something coming, and that will be a big reliever. Everybody will talk. What we can say is the government have to be careful. They have to stop doing what they're doing and govern the country. Pay attention to governing the country and forget about all this witch hunting. Why on earth you say for media, a registered media entity to be accredited, they must carry a police clearance?
Yeah, okay, but let's talk to one of our winners. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, this is Hagar. We call you from Freedom FM. I'm here with Abu.
Mm-hmm.
You played a card straight away this morning?
Yes, sir.
How many times did you say?
12.
You played 12 times. That is the same week, 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Check out on your phone, you got 5,000 there. Can you confirm it?
Thank you.
You receive it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, before you enjoy yourself, okay?
Thank you.
*255*1#. We want to do another draw quick. Let's see whether it's possible now. We do. Let's do it and call somebody else. Right here, *255*1#.
Once upon a time, during the legislative impasse, a Unity Party, the rebel lawmakers were clear.
Mm-hmm.
It was Gerald Morris out of our staff. They drove the man out. We had to tell him to insist.
Because we could not bootleg them. We could not support them in their illegal quest.
Everywhere we have reporters, they drove all of them out. Not only us. Once you're critical in the country, look at what they're doing to Musa Berede. So other people who don't have the spine like Musa, they will cave in.
And that's why you see their men.
And that's what you're doing.
Is dropping arms.
So you see people trying to be something, and you know. So other people will just stop talking. Somebody was telling me about Ama Zulu Jala had a conversation in Bapolu. He was frank and bold and real. Unity Party people, you cannot run away from this. Even you, the Kinikini, you pigs out there, you cannot. It is a fact that this government, look, you are using over 80% of the revenue to pay useless bureaucrats, useless advisors, good for nothing advisors in the country. 80% of the national budget goes to recurring costs. How much do you have to do any project? Like Jala said, just stop being deceptive and lying to the Liberian people. You're not doing nothing. There's no project. The remaining, which project are you going to do? Where? Which one what is the capital intensive project that you can embark on? Small chicken factory community rule. You cannot. You're going to 2 years plus. Small chicken factory community rules. Right? You make a list of what? Putting lateral rats on community rule. You went and launched that project. There is corruption around that. Right? They began to reverse rule. They began to reverse rule project. It has stalled. A minister was given money, I think the tune of 100 or some more thousand to make initial payment to the contractor. I think 150,000. The minister cut a huge chunk at about 100,000 and gave the people 50. They are unable to commence the work. The work is abandoned. There's a topical issue in the Ministry of Public Works. Oh, you're wondering how we get to know these things? We know them because that's our job. We're following. We've told you time without number. We will never lie on this government. I do not care about how you feel about the way we are talking and the way once we are saying the truth, you know what? You can suck your feeling. We owe you no apology. And to hell with your feelings again. To even hear you more. Right? You sit on here, you people can only see through one side. You are here acting like, oh, you know, you're sensitive to things. It's happening now. You close your mouth and you think you get it. Anybody as smart part, you can't advise me. I know I get sense part. You stupid people using you. No matter who you think you are, you can. You're not qualified to sit down and say you come and give me what kind of advice. You looking dummy like that, and you supposed to come tell somebody that your belly using you. Your belly that your sense. Because the people giving you something today, you eating, then you can't. You say, oh, man, you know, you got a fool using you. Fool.
Yeah, coaching people. Let's give money to somebody else here this morning. *255 *1 hash. And then *255 *1 hash. Right here. And it's good. The guys are in. The party guys, I know. But I just feel that under them, everything is good for. Everything should just be good for them. *255 *1 hash. *255 *1 hash. If you're using the smartphone for just $100 or 50 cents USD, we stand a chance to receive 5,000, between 5,000 to 15,000 here. So we got 26 minutes to be here. In that 26 minutes, depending on how many times you play, we can do 2-3 draws. Not the one by one. So maybe we can do 2 more. We can do 2 more to add up. Then we give at least more people money here this morning. *255 *1 hash. *255 *1 hash. Hope this person will now keep us on the line this morning. So let's see, we can do another one at 9:45, 9:50, then maybe 10 o'clock if it is possible. Yeah, if it is possible. If this person cannot pick, then we move on right here. We have to move on. Time is not in our favor. We want us to pick calls now?
No, we're not picking calls. Just wait a little bit. Let me read what Waka's response was. It's important. So the president late last night said he's read. So the president thought her own Kula said you're not certified, you get her own to respond to. So President Waka receives and review the 2024 U.S. State Department report, blah blah, August 13th, 2024 executive mansion, Monrovia. President Joseph Jimmy Waka, President of the Republic of Liberia, received. Okay, let me leave that one. This report prepared and published by the United States Department of State provides an assessment of the human rights environment in Liberia over the past year, addressing civil liberty, political rights, judicial independence, press freedom, and the protection of vulnerable people. Right? Vulnerable people don't feel protected. The laborers, and and all of that. President Baga expressed his administration's commitment to upholding the Constitution of Liberia and ensuring the protection and promotion of human rights for all citizens and residents, regardless. I thought you said only United Party people you're supposed to protect or ensure their rights, regardless of background or status. Human rights are not merely legal obligations; they are fundamental pillars of dignity, justice, and democratic governance. This report will this report will guide us in identifying both our achievements and areas that require immediate attention, state President Bwaka. In response, the president has urged the Ministry of Justice, the Independent Human Rights Commission, and other relevant agencies to undertake a review. Okay, you follow the Independent Human Rights Commission report last year, right?
Yeah.
So you went into the Independent Human Rights Commission, but the Independent Human Rights Commission reported the same thing.
The same thing. The same thing.
They reported this very same thing is there. I think we should have the recording here.
Let's check for how to call them stuff now.
Right? We should have the recording here. The people he run into now, the time the people are talking, he respect the people, he listen to the people. So now, not further now, then he say,
Them stuff, bro. So yeah, check on the
Dexter, right? Yeah. Right? Then now you say Independent Human Rights Commission. Right? Let me play Councilor Dempster Brown interview here. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's important. We'll get it. If we can get it out, we'll find it from here on Facebook.
So you will know that what Bwaka is saying, he really does not mean it. Right? This is it right here. I don't know whether it's this year.
Yeah, you can play from YouTube.
It's this year. I want to be sure whether that's the right one I get. Right? So the Independent Human Rights Commission alarmed this thing and talked about it. Okay. Listen.
Yeah, I think I hear.
Now today Bwaka say he going to the Independent Human Rights Commission to review the
very Independent Human Rights Commission that he could not respect. He had not respected since he became president.
And the people generally report they say yes, that government officials didn't drugs.
Afternoon.
And I say that only partisan you won't listen
to. My name is Prince Moba. I'm here in this morning. I have come to speak with talk on a few things.
If you go to the prison, like central prison here, Monrovia now, we got 1,203 persons in the cell. And out of the 1,203 in the cell, we have only 247 that have been convicted. The other there, no trial. Which is a gross violation of the rights of those that have been detained. Because under the Constitution of this country, if you accuse somebody of a crime, that person must be sent to court. He must be given speedy trial. But if you keep him there without trial, you violated his right already. That's one of the major issues that, Now, on several occasions, we begin to wonder why is it that people who commit crimes, like today, there is a newspaper that came out with a story. I gave a speech somewhere, and it says that killers in Liberia are policymakers. See this? That's my picture there. Now, you have people who committed heinous crimes, but they go with impunity. Then what do you expect? So the respect for the rule of law is absent in our society.
That would be a cause.
That's the cause. We do not respect the rule of law. And where there is, disrespect for the rule of law, there's chaos. You talk about people killing people. Sometime we get in the morning, then yesterday night, there was a report from across the bridge at the Corway area. They saw a dead body in the street. Now, I don't know, the killing that is going on, why is it that killing will go on? In our country, we have laws. The challenges that are causing this problem is with the police. Police do not have logistics.
I hope you are listening to the independent people, the Independent Human Rights Commission. They said this thing here, the government did not listen, they ignored them, they still went ahead and started doing what they were doing.
No vehicle. In the sector gender-based violence. We have to try our best to educate our people. Workshops, educating them as to the situation that we find.
Telling you guys or you who are in the human rights area, what did they say to you? I mean, for example, I'm accused of rape for that, and then it comes from other. How does it appear to you?
I will tell you a story. We have 3 major cases that were brought here by the victims. Yes, again.
Okay, so it's a whole long interview, but just to tell you that the people have not been quiet. This report, they release it, they talk about it, they call the people partisan, and, they ignore the people. They always listen to people who are praising them. They always, no matter how the truth, they ignore and dismiss the reality. The government does not care about your suffering. You see, when we elect to be communicating about the hardship and the problems, is that the government will intervene and resolve it. Not for our benefit, for you. But you sit in taxi, at the end of the day, begging for copy. You only come in. What kind of way you come into? Somebody not working. You're running coming in. You pick. You come in to come buy around baby for money from different ministry to the other.
Office. Then they won't compare this.
Then if you need baking, you go home. Then you sit down, you are defending. Oh yeah, they rescue you, beggar. You know what I mean to be beggar, and you're comfortable. You're a beggar in your own country. They play your mind, your power bone you. Your neighbor scream bury. Then all you can do, daybreak, you dress, you buy around. You finish bringing government to power. You dancing poo water. You dress, you put makeup. You add a bijou, add a b-ball. You can't enter. You buy around beg. No pride, no dignity in your country. Your own government reduce you to beggar. People gotta be telling, oh yeah, tell that man, not yell. You not shame? Then you go in, oh yeah, rescue, right? You go to the people at the center, you son an intellectual, you coming from inter. Yeah, I just from A12 of it, you go big. You can go for nothing. That begging you went for. I just from Minister of Jail, let me PR again, but I beg. Yeah, beg. If you have work to do, you'll not be leaving your home to go to PR office. And this is what you have to resist. This is what you have to stand up to. You have to regain your human dignity. Liberians must stand up. If you brought in a government and the government has ignored and is failing, you must speak to them. There will always be government. Oh yes, you can make mistake. This man is a complete mistake. Or you have to remind him to go by and focus on governance and leadership. Everything chakla in the old man hand. He didn't even know what going on. You can say I will go. So apparently he doesn't even know that Independent Human Rights Commission has been doing it.
Yeah.
So he said, "Oh, we'll go to Independent Human Rights Commission." I said, "You go there, themselves right to the whole thing open." Yeah, the review, yeah. So he said, "We want review."
Dempster Brown even brought this thing out far before to yesterday's report. So if the government was responsible enough, Abu, what they would have done was to listen to Dempster and make use of the recommendations made or presented to the government. But because the officials of the government are a bunch of irresponsible and power drunk individuals and feel like anybody who recommend or something important to them, once it contradicts their ideology, then it means you are a sedition. So as a result of that, they could not listen to Dempster Brown. And all of these things that he said are things that happen in our country. But because the Unity Party could not listen, today we are to where we are. And then they're sitting there and say, oh, we get to the Independent Human Rights Commission. To do what? To do what? In fact, we'll continue to re-echo this so that the people know that these were recommendations. These were things that were said far before this report came out. This is where you are. You can't continue to live like this. You can't continue to be too arrogant and think that you're vindictive enough. You can't listen. This is it. You continue to put yourself into predicament. You continue to put yourself into problems. And when these problems surface, the reason you hear us speak into these things because it is going to affect the common people who are finding it difficult to go to provide for themselves, who are finding it difficult to improve their living conditions because of the irresponsible acts of the government. Today, companies are leaving our country. Companies are not coming. Today, we are understanding that the government is that executive order number 145 where they're talking about the ban on the exportation of rubber.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was only done because of a particular person to please that person. And who is that person? They went to collect money from that money from Chetty, and then they use that they issue that executive order so that all the rubber planters in this country who got that rubber farms and things that can go and tap that rubber from there, they will now be compared to sell to Jetty who will dictate to them what the price of their commodity should be, and then it pleases his interest. That's what they did it for. So all these things, people looking at it.
So yeah, very well. And so we can now consider going to the phone lines and hearing from you Liberians. The gray sheet is out, the scorecard is out, the government max is terrible, poto everywhere, we pay the government school fee, you're dancing people water the government can, they make your shame. All the gray sheet dirty, so way on it. So if Baka is your son and you go to school, you fail at it, what you would do?
You're taking from there, you're saying a B school.
0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 221 86 500 104.
And we are at the verge of doing another draw. Can we talk to David King firstly? We are at the verge of doing another draw here this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Edgar.
Morning, David.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
This is David King, and I do join you from PG this morning. You know, this report, because of this damaging report that the government went after CDC headquarters because they want to use that as a distraction.
So let's forget about the CDC headquarters. We'll talk about that already. Let's focus on the report.
I talk about the report. They are bringing this thing in now to distract the Liberian people. When we have said there have been extrajudicial killing in our country, evident by the fact that the police are there all over killing with no penalty, and they say we were lying. Yesterday when they said those things, there was no evidence to substantiate what they were saying to the Liberian people. Today, it is glaring, it is in a clear view of the Liberian people and that of the international community. So when the international community coming out with a kind of report, and we don't want to pull out for fun, I can simply say pull out for fun.
My Gibi Kando superintendent also fall in, sir.
Yeah, so they all will be sanctioned. They all will be sanctioned by the very America. And that's what they say. When the hunchback man die and you are a hunchback man, you should go to the grave and see how they will lay a friend down in the home. So yesterday, They were celebrating the CDC session today. That one too, is being raised up to come to Liberia so that they all can receive it with gladness and be happy in it. Thank you.
Thank you, David. 0776-104-104, 0886-500-104. The numbers you can call us on right here. And don't forget, you can also get morning here, *255*1#. We want to do another job before we close up here. So maybe we can double it up. 0776-104-104 plus 231-886-500-104. The numbers. You can call us on, put in your calls this morning on today's edition of the program. Let's talk to this person from this line.
Yeah,
Good morning. CC, morning.
Yeah, thank you. Look, my brother just said on the line, look, when your friend crying, you should sit there and face that position. When a person be crying, make sure you're off the place. Get a shot. So they are coming around now. But the local they have state people, they're telling us that the person report that they go outside there enough for workers government. Are you kidding me? They see that all what the public, all what the business say, and I'm going to the phone, I'm going to the phone, I'm going to the people do the phone playing on radio. Why is damaging your pocket? Oh, what is funny to see? They think our way will go on because they are screaming up. So they just happy. They just feel just kind of want to come here, you'll be on bullshit for them in the government. Thank you.
All right, man, CC. Yes, we can pick this person and we'll come back. We'll do our job right here. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, thank you very much. Hey guys, I'm Spencer Mohammed. I called my Popo Kono, down Coastal Hill, Winter Community.
Okay.
You know, Abu, you people who have said much than what you people said. This report from the American Embassy about Judgment Boaka in Kansas is just a clear indication of what we have been saying over the years. Joe Boaka in Kansas had a propensity and mind to destroy the image of this country. These were things out yesterday. And today, what they are doing is triple times swing. These guys have lost every idea of governance. The only thing they have resorted to is by running after people who came here to develop our country. These guys, they have to offer for the discuss our country. But we tell them, people, thank you for standing by us, ordinary people, to speak for us. You know, going forward, the people's voice will be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so kindly. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu and Ida.
Morning.
I'm curious because I'm calling for chicken so far.
Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, you see, the report that came out yesterday is just there to tell you what this government is involved into. You know, the United Party government is making a very big mistake. When you come into power, you must understand that you are leading people. So what you do here is that share that love, make the people to free the president of their country. But you can't have a division. It is the division now that is causing all of these problems. The people that are downhearted, they are even more than people that are supporting you. So you can't go anywhere. That is why you see all of these reports, when these killings were going on, when police were carrying on the kind of behavior, I expected the government to understand that they are here to put everyone all together so that we can find our way somewhere better. But instead of denying other people, you can't come with that kind of a criminal mindset and you expect everybody to empower only because you see yourself to be some kind of Burkina. It can't work that way.
Okay.
So you will get more damaging messages or information that will come out in subsequent time.
Okay, thank you. Let's pick Edmond Kai and then we'll come back. We'll do our draw on *255*1# or *255*1# for just 100 LD. You stand a chance to receive between 5,000 to 10,000. Edmond, you live. Go ahead.
Thanks, my dear brother, and kudos to you guys. You know, with this particular report that are out, we can just say thanks to you guys. So now, as the government, because when you guys are flagging this kind of issue, you are telling your government, say you need to make you need to check yourself. You need to make a comeback. You need to cover up. But they fail to listen and classify you people as opposition. But now the the report is here. How damaging it is. The very guy from Guinea was talking about Cabinet General Crown. They said we were lying. The government remained tap-lip on our issue. In the report, we were the one that went
So you know what the government was depending on, because they are paying they're paying some media people, and these media people are not talking about it, so they felt and they could ignore. But we insisted these are the things we've been talking every day, and it's out now.
Yeah. Look at the marginalization of journalists. You say you have a free press, but you telling them maybe before you have a qualification to the executive marshal, you need to go and get police clearance, you need to go get registration and this and that before you cover the executive marshal. Please, you say that we are paying you. It's not your power rubber fund that is paying you. So when we say this thing, they said that is an opposition to law. Waka, you got 4 years. You can make a comeback. You can. If when you allow your vindictiveness to leave you and your vindictive group of people to allow you to function like a government, like a president, you can make a try. But I promise you, 2026, it's going to be damaging more than 2024. Kudos to you guys, brother. We are with you people.
Thank you so kindly, Edmaka. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Inka, and good morning, Mr. Abu Sharif. Yeah, this is the chairman for the movement to make Waka a one-time president. My name is Derek Moral, and I'm appointment that was district today. Thanks, Congress, for affording us the opportunity to express our grievances on national and global issues. Yeah, to the issue of the scorecard or the human rights update on the unprocessed government. What we want to say to this government is that they got to do all within their power to do those things that are necessary for the growth and the betterment of our country and our people. Other than that, we as a voter and a electorate will not hesitate to the now, but to make this puppet of the president the one-time president. We are clear and we owe no apologies for what we are saying. Just for putting me down once again, there is
Thank you, David. This other person could be our final or second to the last caller. Good morning.
Morning, you guys. Let me say hi to Abu. Thank you. This weekend, the issue about the government, no pockets of creeping dictators. So everything Baka is doing, Baka was put about big people. They don't. These are people that lie to the Liberian people. And let me tell you something. While they pay media people, something happens. If you see it, the social media alone is a great thing that ever happened in the morning they are waiting. So if that one person on one station, one journalist, I will even flag it, brother. The people have people on the ground that are giving a report. So you don't have to even air your head. The issue about so why are you going to tell some right or commissioner? They told that they were partying. They about working with him. Because of perfect dictator, and let me tell you something. The issue of people who are you very, very young. I'm telling you, they really want intelligent. These are people that put a belly in wheelbarrow. See how you damage your character. And let me tell you something. You know what happened with the government? The next time the people come with what sanction, you need only mention the people that will press on the list that they need to mention. So you see that woman who said man to how do you call that place? City corporation. Now running here, they are not where he is. Could you see here again? You will ask somebody. I'm not waiting.
Thank you so kindly.
Yes, Abu and Eka.
Morning.
Yeah, this is Mandela from on the Oro. I just want to say something. These people here, they propaganda. Where I know, Kewu and other people, they sign into radio stations and they think they can be lying. Kevin and say, yeah, we are the best propagandalists. We are the best that, and they think they're doing it to cover up, but it's not helping them. You see the kind of report, everything that happened in the country, those negative things, Yeah, everything the people listen, everything. So the thing about they are running propaganda line all over the radio station and that and all kind of things, and they think it will happen, but it's not happening. I hope the police director is not listening. I hope.
Of course,
they
he's
say
implicated.
The police director. I hope so.
Okay.
Because the wickedness is what they're doing. So that what they will say will not help.
All right, Mandela. Thank you very much. And yes, indeed.
They said they were freedom fighters.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. And then when it became their time, they've turned to human rights abusers.
When they came, they changed their
mysterious killers, murderers.
What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you arbitrarily arresting our people, wrongfully incarcerating them. You're a freedom fighter. You're suppressing the media. Oh, but yeah, you say you're a freedom fighter. You're raping our women. You're bringing drugs in the country. Freedom fighter. Hey, God, we gotta go home, man.
We'll be here on tomorrow. I'm going to be here from this, but we've come as our this week's edition of our collaboration. Until we are here on Monday, let's keep the peace of Liberia. This country deserves better.
Yes, indeed. Until we see you, to have yourself a wonderful time. Bye bye.
When they were coming, they said they were liberators.